Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Cardcraft. Thanks for joining me again today. Quick make. Very simple, easy, quick make to pop in your journals or fronts of cards or all sorts of things. Hat pins. These guys are so easy. Now, all my jewellery, apart from these things, which are, you'll have iron eye pins, which are these. So they've got, I don't know, let's have a look. Is that focusing? So they've got the little round eye on the top. Otherwise, you'll get the little head pin. So they've got like an actual pin, but they're blunt on the other end. Now they come different lengths, etc. They're about the only things that I ever purchase for any of my bits and pieces. Everything else is from broken bags of jewellery that I find at op shops, thrift shops, depending on where you're from. So I've got another bag here at the moment that I've, right here. That's my latest find that is waiting for me to go through. So I buy bags like that, and I'll get the chains out of them. I will get the beads, the pearls, these sorts of bits that go on the front. So if you have a look at my bits and pieces of jewellery boxes, like even the box came from an op shop. So this one, well, let's see which way I can undo it. That way, I think. I'll try not to undo it too often. So this is where I'll either have them broken up or in bits. So they're still in lengths. It's been a broken piece of jewellery and it's still in a length so that I can make dangles and things with them. There'll be other bits that come off pieces of necklace, things like that. So this one's full of quick and easy. Grab them. I've already got a dangle made because that's the way that they've already come. So that's that one. I also have this box with just those chunkier bits, which is a lot of them are in that bag. So they're these bits that have been larger necklaces that all thread. They will go on the fronts of journals or on tags, things like that. Either threaded through with a ribbon that does a tag up, or just I'll snip these off with pliers and adhere it flat on there. So I have lots of these sorts of things that have come from broken, literally, they're just broken jewellery. You never know what I might want with them. Aren't these beautiful? So that's what all this is. Some of them are already still slightly attached again to make dangles. Everything else I tend to put into little containers. Look at these. Aren't they just beautiful? So that's where all my jewellery comes from. All my bits and bobs to do these sorts of things. What I had been doing, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you, is popping them in these. Now, my problem with this is that if I knock this when I'm on my desk, and it has happened, they will all go everywhere. I love it because they're in front of me, but I don't tend to have a great deal of room on my desk, and so they tend to go everywhere. So what I've been doing is popping them in little containers like this with their own lid. They go into a large sectioned container which goes into my shelving unit, and I pull them out and set them out here. And I've found at the moment this works better because I'm only going to lose one lot at a time when I knock it off my desk. So that's just a bit of backstory information that you probably really didn't need to know. Right, hat pins. Hat pins, I think they're also called stick pins. Is it stick pins? I'm not quite certain. Hat pins I've always called them because years ago, 30, 40 years ago, I used to collect vintage hat pins. And yes, they would be nice and long and all the rest, but I don't need that length for my journals. I like them just tucked in. So that is literally just tucked in and wound through the lace. They are so easy to make. If you find they're a bit bulky, see, something like this, because the whole thing is bulky, would go, this cluster would go on the front cover of a journal. So it doesn't matter if it's got a bit of bulk to it. Some of them you can have nice and thin. Others you can pop bigger beads on. Others, as in with the eye pins, you can actually dangle something off. Now, these are really, really short, these eye pins, and I've got some that are even shorter. One bead maybe worth. But otherwise, let's start. Now, quite often I will find that when they come... Oh, sorry about my hands. I've been at work all week and the chemicals muck around with them. Something chronic. So, these are just silver. I also have some called antique silver. So they just have that more vintagey charm. These ones are just silver again. They're in our cheapy shops. So they're $2.50. I think these ones were $2. I can't remember the antique silver ones. They were a different brand again, and I've had them for years. So they're not very expensive. You can have them sitting in your stash until you need them. All we're going to do... Now, this one, because it's already got a head on it, like... This probably doesn't need anything else. So it's just a matter of finding what we want to start it off. So we want a smaller bead to start off. We might just go in with a silver as well. And we're just going to thread that straight through, which will just give it that little section up here. I'm thinking I want, if one of these will fit... Oh, you're a sideways one I've got in my little clear ones, and I really like these clear ones. They really give it a little bit of oomph. So you can just play around with, we might go into the blues. I've got some lovely blues there, but we want something a little bit smaller. Oh, look, we could even go something like that. Does that have... No, it's a... What's the name one? There we go. Look, doesn't take much at all. So let's go a smaller clear one, and we'll finish off with a silver one. So here's a clear one, but in a smaller version. And we'll finish with a silver one again in those smaller silver ones. Pull one of those out. A little bit shiny. Let's have a look. Go with one of those. All right. So there's a very quick and easy hat pin. When we're going to finish these off, we're going to take that top one, which will be the bottom one, up a little bit. We're just going to get our normal white glue that we use in our journals to attach our bits and bobs and everything else in our pockets and our paper. Most of these will... apart from the fact that they dry clear, if you have a look down along here, it'll tell you what they will and won't go on. So this one, of course, is Couture Creations All-Purpose Art Glue. I love this one. I use it for everything. It's a general purpose glue. It'll work. Here we go. Applications and perfect for at school and in the classroom. Our general purpose formula holds together almost any surface, and I've found that it does. Watch. We're just going to lift it up. We're going to pop it around that. Dries clear, remember. So can you see where I've just stuck it in around there? Put that on there. And now I'm going to let this one drop back down. Give it a little bit of a push. And then with a clip, like so, we're just going to clip it in place like that. I might go that way actually. And push it down a little bit so that it holds it in place while it's drying. That's it. That then leaves it up off your surface as well while it's drying. Okay, make sure that's in shot so that it just sits up. The glue's not going on your surface and it's holding it all together. They are so easy to do. So let's do one of these ones with the eye pins on the top. Don't think I've got any eye pins in those ones. No. Let's just undo this one. I knew that they'd come in handy for something one day. Right. I want an eye pin one, like so. So this time we can still start with something else up here, but we've got this wonderful area at the top to then put some more dangles down. And because it's longer than this one, you can see the difference in length. If I sit them there, like, hello, it gives me so much more option on what I'm going to do with it. So I can go any colour I want. Let's go with the black. I've got little blacks in here. These are just literally blacks. I found that I used to have them sorted for sizes and colours and all the rest, but let's face it, I want a black. So I can just rifle around until I find a black. So let's go into this one. Right here, I can set that down. It's nice and safe there. It's not going to roll away. So I've got a black there. Let's have a look and put some, maybe some, look at these. Finish off with a couple of pinks. What kind of pinks have we got in there? We could go with a pearl. Let's go with a different one. Look at that. I like that. You want to give yourself a little bit of room down here. I do like that, but it's a bit wishy-washy, isn't it? Maybe we go with a brighter pink. Can I get that through there? I actually like those on it. Let's get rid of that black, the original black. Put that back in there. And let's go with one of these at the top. Oh, yes. I like that better. So let's find another one of those. Just a fairly flat one. So these are just these. They're like little rocks. But they were just out of a necklace. The whole necklace was threaded with them. Like that. And we need something. Yeah, I like that. Bit of a dangle off it. But we want something in here just to glue it. You could glue that to that one and finish it off that way. But where's the fun in that? You could go with a seed bead, but you do need to watch that some of these are too thick to go through the seed bead holes or have the seed bead go over that. Let's go with another one of these tiny little silvers. I find that they finish them off beautifully. You're too big. You should be in there. Let's have a look. Yep, let's finish that off that way. So once again, I'm going to lift that bead up. I'm going to put this one around there. I'm going to put the lid on that this time. All right. Drop that one in there. Grab another little clip, which I've got there. Push that down so we make sure it's giving it a good solid edge to it. Okay, won't take long to dry, especially not in the heat that we're getting at the moment. So one more, and then we're going to put our dangles on the top of that. You can see just how easy they are, and you can just make anything. So we'll grab another one of these pins that are out. One of those ones. I like these. They're nice and long. And I can do just about anything with them. So how about this time we start with our pink. And we do... I know we just work on a pink one. What do you reckon? Do you like them? Oh, here we go. Found some more pinks that are not in the other one. That's nice. Let's go with another one of those. Let's face it, if you don't like it, pull them off and put something else on. So easy to deal with. So I want something nice and little just to finish that one off. I could just stick that one. Well, let's just do that. Let's just stick that one on there. We don't have to have an end cap as such. So I'm lifting that one up. Sticking my glue around there. Don't worry if it's a little bit messy. Can you see my glue, where my glue's going? Can you see where that glue's going? Right, push that down. Another clip. Just clip him down, which will hold it in place. And let's have a look. They should be dry. Get you there. So, this was our first one. Not quite dry. I'll put a little bit more glue in there. That's because I'm trying to hurry it. So I'll put a little bit more glue in there, which will hold it onto the stem. And we might just have to put our edge bits while our glue's drying. Alright, so we want this one. I'm going to leave that on there as much as I can. I'll sit it in like that, which should be easier. So we've got our little eye pin. What we're going to need are our rings. I'm going to move that over, sit them in there. Put that one in there. Now, I find it's easy. All my rings just go into the one container. Lots of different sizes, lots of different colours. Some of them I've got from Broken Jewellery. Some of these I've purchased. There's all sorts of brands and all sorts in there. So you don't want too big a one on here. You could pop a couple of them on there as well. So let's have a look. Off we go. Oh, there's a silver. I've actually got a silver one in there. Let's see if there's another silver. There's one. Right. Come off, wherever you are. Right. So the other things I have in my Broken Jewellery is, remove that, is all my, oh, well, let's go underneath that one. I've got all these sorts of ones. So one of these, what are they called? Alligator clips? Not alligator clips. Claws of some sort, aren't they? And then I have broken chain. So I've got lots of different bits of chain. Usually these are from the ends of necklaces. So they can all hang off there as well. So I just tend to have them all in the one. The other thing I have is when you buy necklaces, broken necklaces, they might have a charm hanging off them. So I've got lots of different charms and bits in here. The majority of these have come off well, see, look, there's one that hasn't even been pulled apart yet. But see all the goodies that you get with bits and pieces of broken necklaces and all the rest. So, whoops, now, there's one. That's been from a broken necklace. We could use that. Most of these are charms. I've got little feathers. Now we could hang 2 of those off that. That would look nice, wouldn't it? So I've just got a couple of jars. I've got jars with charms on them, in them, that I've purchased, or I've got a couple of jars on the go here, if I can undo it, that are all necklace bits and pieces. Okay? So I just keep them in those and can grab them whenever I want them. I love going through Broken Jewellery, and it's also something that I tend to do. I'll set myself up on the couch of an evening where my husband's usually watching a doco, and so I will sit there either on my tablet, look up things, or I will play with these sorts of things. So, a couple of pliers. What we're going to do with these, and this is where 2 pairs of pliers work a treat. I have a small pair and I have a larger pair. One in each hand. You're going to get your little ring, pop that on there and just open it out. So left to right, okay? What you can do from that is you can then thread your charm through it, keeping him left to right. You can then thread it on your end and then close it opposite way, right to left. Okay, now this one was already one that had been from another piece of jewellery, so what I'm going to do is just tidy it up a little bit there where it wasn't quite round, and we've closed the whole thing now. So can you see the whole thing's closed now? And that's now just hanging off that one. I'm not taking that clip off just yet, but he's on there. If we want, we can add another one to it, but really we could just keep going. We could have all sorts of things hanging from them, actually. Oh, I just keep thinking. So let's say I've got something like this, which is tucked in here, and I've put that on an eye pin like this one. So one of these ones, as we said before. Instead of a flat one, I've put it on an eye pin like that. And then I've put a couple of these little eyelets, jump rings I think they're called, and some of my broken chain. Let's find a really fine chain. We'll stick with the silver because this one is silver. Right, so let's put this one on. We can do this before we've put the beads on, that's fine. So, have you noticed how pliers and that get very staticky when you're doing these? So twist it left to right, add that in, add our chain on, thread it through your chain. Now you can stop your chain wherever. Let's see if this is a stoppable chain. It might not be. We'll have a look. We'll close that. No, I won't. What I'm going to do is add more chain so that we can have lots of chain hanging off this. Let's find another little bit of silver chain. Oh, that's a bit steampunky. I like that. Okay, we can change the length of any of these as we go so that they're all just hanging off that end because the other end's already slightly open. Right, so let's just close that. Let's put a couple of beads on this. So what are we going to do this time? Let's go with our chunky... Oh no, we did a blue one before. We did a pink one, so now let's do a blue one. Alright, so we'll start with one of those. And we'll go one of those. Go one of those. And a little blue. And maybe... what other blues have we got in there? That's another one of those, so we'll go one of those. And one of those. I'm liking that. Finish it off with a real little blue. Let's have a look. I've got some pretty little blues in here, like these. Please don't look at my hands. Right. Too long? No, I've got enough to there. I'm going to pull that one out and put that one back in. Right. Lift that up. Glue that in. Like so. Drop that down. Might need another clip. Let's have a look. There we go. Pushing that down. So now we can finish off our top section. And we can make this one a dangle. We don't need any more glue, so we'll put that one away. So how long do we want these? Okay. They would look nice quite long, but I want 3 different lengths, I'm thinking. I'm going to make that one quite short. So I'll get my pliers, work out where I'm going to finish him, and let's have a look. Where's my opening? There or on the other side? Let's have a look. Right to left. Other side. Alright, so that's that one. Where do I want my length? So I've got one that way, one down there, and one just there, I'm thinking. There we go. I'll close that and put that back in my chain section. Like so. Alright, so what I've got here now is move my clip up because I've moved my clip. You should always wait until they dry before you do these sorts of things. But, you know, this is real life. So I've got those I'm going to pop on. Let's have a look. What can we pop on? I like that. Let's find some more in here. In, which one? Not that one. Let's go this one. All right. I've got some keys. That's, I could do a couple of different feathers. That one. There's an S. Another S. That's a rose, but that might be a bit too thick. Oh, Rip Curl, 69. A butterfly. There's another one there. And I caught it. Look at that. I caught it. I like that little butterfly. I love that little butterfly, but everything else is silver. So maybe we just hang one of those from it because he looks quite sweet. Pick up one of these. And we can either pop it with a ring or you can pop it straight on with your chain. Let's see which way is opening. That way. There it is. Hang on to it in a different spot, Kylie. And then you've got an area for your little butterfly to go on. I need to pick it up so that I can actually see what I'm doing. It's late at night. My glasses are obviously not working after a full day at work. Oh, yeah, he looks nice hanging off it. So that's one. Let's do something off the others. Move that one. Then we can see what we're actually doing here. Chains in there. Put one of these ones on there. What do you reckon? So we'll grab that one. I love playing with little bits of jewellery and chains and all the rest because it always ends up slightly different. Which side am I going there? Am I opening the wrong side? Nope, I'm on the right side. There you go. Right. Like so. Left to right. Beautiful. That one should fit on there. Let's hope. Yep, it does. Otherwise, we would have to get a little jump ring and attach them that way. All right, so that's that one and that one. And one more, which is one of our longer ones. What do we want on our longer one? Some of these are flat, where they've fallen off inside bits of necklaces and stuff like that. So I don't really want an S. I want the metal. I prefer something silver. So let's go back in this one. Well, I know it's not going to be that one because he's way too big. Don't want the gold key. Oh, we have a little heart that says Serenity. That would be nice on the end of it, wouldn't it? Or we could put the angel. They're silver, aren't they? Are they silver? We could put an angel on there. Don't want gold leaf. Little birdies. Butterfly. There's another type of wing there. That's the same one. Same one. Ladybug, no. Another leaf. I've really got to sort these out. It's another one of those. Elephant. An arrow. Right, so we can either go the angel or the heart. Which ones do we want, guys? Let's move those ones out of the way so that you can see our options. And we can go that one or that one. That's looking gold, isn't it? Let's go with this one. So let's have a look at this. And I'm going to actually attach it on that jump ring so that it's got this double section. So back to the pliers. Going up to where it's actually opening. Pliers in both hands. Left to right. Yeah, forward, backwards, I think is what I'm meaning to say. Hook it on there. Sounds like I've got a lot of sickies in this house, doesn't it? My word. Right, and backwards, forwards again to close it up. And that's closed beautifully. So, now not only do we have our hat pin done, but it's also got some lovely dangles on it. They just make the most beautiful additions to any journal. I'm going to put all those in the one and get them out of the way. How's that? Instead of having two. Move that one out of the way, those ones out of the way, so that you can actually see what we've done. As I said, quick make. This will come out on Wednesday, so that will be fine. Let's see, I've got them everywhere. They're so easy to make. They're one of those great things for when you can't find your mojo. And I've got to admit, that's when I tend to sort jewellery the most. If my brain's not in action, I can't really concentrate on anything. It's when I sort my jewellery. And that's what I was doing the other day. I was sorting out more jewellery, rearranging, as I said, how I had all my tubs. And as I was playing, I looked up and I had one of my old hat pins sitting there, and I went, why am I not doing hat pins with these? Or I think they call them something else. I really do think they call them something else. But look at that. How easy and wonderful are these to make? How quick and easy. I hope you've enjoyed that. I said it was going to be a quick make. You've probably long gone anyway. If you did hang around, give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.